Interestingly enough, we're a stone's throw away from Tilson Auditorium, where the Terre Haute Symphony Orchestra would normally perform. Now, clearly here at Central Presbyterian Church, we don't have the entire symphony orchestra, but we do have a great representation of our professional musicians that make up the THSO.
Actually, we have representation from each family of the orchestra. We have percussion, brass, strings, and woodwinds here tonight.
Throughout the evening, we're going to be telling you about a lot of things that are coming up for 2021. Certainly, we hope that the 2020-2021 schedule is going to go off just as planned. We also have some exciting news about a rescheduled concert from the 2019-2020 season. But enough about us. We have sanitized. We have socially distanced long enough. We are ready to introduce our first performer of the evening. Sammy, that is.
Absolutely. So the first performer of the evening is going to be our concertmaster, Daniel Aizenshtadt, accompanied by our principal keyboard, Tim Stevenson, on the piano. Tonight they're going to be playing Tambourine Chinois, or Chinese Tambourine, by Fritz Kreisler.
Hey everybody, welcome to Music in Bloom. I'm David Bowden, Artistic Director of your Terre Haute Symphony, welcoming you to this wonderful concert of the musicians of the Terre Haute Symphony. Unfortunately, we've had a death in the family, and I'm not able to be present with the rest of the musicians, but I wanted to be a part of the program. I'd like to thank Samantha Johnson-Helms, Sammy we call her. She is our personnel manager. She is our principal clarinet, and she's also our marketing manager, and she worked with Mike King. Thank you so much, Mike, to set this all up. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to share with you because we miss you. We miss playing for you. We miss being with you. Well, all of the musicians who are going to be a part of this have agreed to come and be in this wonderful structure that allows them to be socially distanced and to be healthy. Thank you to each of those musicians, and thank you to you for joining us. We hope that you'll be a part of this and you'll listen all the way through. It's not that long, and it's going to be terrific. Well, on with the show. Music in Bloom.
By the way, we want to let you know that we do not have spectators here at Central Presbyterian Church for this event, but you are hearing, of course, the applause from the other musicians as the performances are completed, and we want to say thank you very much to Kilp on the horn, and as a former French horn player, when I was in high school, I can appreciate his talents very much, and it's always nice whenever I'm backstage, Sammy, taking pictures at the symphony. I always try to be back by the horn section.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sure do. Yeah, so it's just one of those things, kind of reliving old times.
Absolutely.
We do want to let folks know that, like every other sector of the arts, that the symphony is probably going to be dealt a little bit of a blow by what we've been going through with the pandemic. And, certainly we know that that people are going to, some of them are going to struggle during this time. We want to make sure that the symphony remains strong. And, if there's an opportunity, for example, to maybe give a very small portion of the stimulus check that you receive, maybe just a few percent of that, 7-8%, maybe $100, that would be outstanding. This is by no means a telethon, but we do want to let everyone know that every little bit counts, and if we all chip in a little bit, the strength and the viability of the Terre Haute Symphony Orchestra will be very, very sound.
Absolutely. We had to cancel or reschedule the remainder of our season, and we did get a little bit of a blow from that.
Right.
And it's hurt us just a little bit. So if you are on our website right now, www.thso.org, we do have a donate button. It should be near the top of the page. We would really appreciate if you do have a moment and consider donating to the Terre Haute Symphony Orchestra.
Okay, so we are 2 performances in, and the music has been outstanding. And so what's coming up next?
So our third performer is going to feature our principal percussionist, Keegan Sheehy, on the marimba. He's actually going to be performing 2 pieces for us tonight, but we've split his pieces up in the program. The next one that he's going to perform is called Land, and it is by Japanese composer Takatsugu Muramatsu.
Muramutsu's Land, performed by Keegan Sheehy on the marimba, and that was absolutely gorgeous. Once again, we want to say thanks to Mike Riggins, the pastor here at Central Presbyterian Church in downtown Terre Haute, literally just across the street from Tilson Auditorium. He and the congregation here for them allowing us to use their sanctuary for this event on what has become a beautiful Saturday night. You can see the sun is coming through the stained glass here. We were actually expecting to have storms this evening, but even Mother Nature has decided to take a break and to listen to some wonderful music tonight from these musicians from the Terre Haute Symphony Orchestra. Well, you might notice that Sammy is not with me for this segue. That's because she is assuming her seat as the principal clarinet for the symphony, and she will be performing in this piece. In fact, it will be Chad Roseland, bassoon, and Samantha Johnson-Helms on clarinet. On this number, it's a Beethoven number. In fact, Sammy left me a few notes because I just don't know as much about Beethoven as I should, but Beethoven, in fact, wrote a set of 3 duets for clarinet and bassoon, the third duet being the most popular. The second movement is a theme and variations form. Beethoven published this work without an opus number, which is what WOO stands for. You'll see that when we roll the introduction of this piece. Works without opus number is what the acronym stands for. It's a delightful duet with a beautiful theme and creative variations. Once again, Chad Roseland on the bassoon and Samantha Johnson-Helms on the clarinet. This is Beethoven's aria, Con Variazioni.
I hope you're enjoying the program. I know I am. Well, I have some great news for everybody. We have our concert featuring classical mystery tour that has been able to be rescheduled. This is the Beatles program that was going to happen in April, and we were able to reschedule it for August 29th. That's Saturday, August 29th. Those of you that already have tickets, those tickets are good. If you don't have tickets, you can go on the Hulman Center ticketing website, Ticketmaster, and you can buy your single tickets there. Now, I'm going to talk about something else that is unrelated to that. If you have tickets for the Beatles concert, you are already set. If you want to get tickets, you can buy them. But we have this. This is our season that is coming up, and you can get this particular sheet of paper on our website. And we have a wonderful first program. This will be September 26th. I Love a Piano with Tony DeSere, and I'm going to say more about that in a minute. Then SeungAh, who is playing tonight, will be also featured in Dvorak's Cello Concerto. Wonderful program with Scheherazade on the program. And then we're bringing back Kathy Rund. Oh boy, everybody loves Kathy. She's one of our favorite people, and she's going to do Joyful Holidays. Following that is a concert I've been waiting for some years to program. It is the program that we do for our fourth and sometimes fifth graders this year about music and making music. And we're going to do that, and it's really a children's concert for adults. You'll love it. Can't wait to have that. And lastly, Di Wu is coming back again. Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto along with Brahms 1. That's the season. Those dates are September 26th, November 7th, December 5th, and then in the spring, April and May. April 10th, May 1st. So look on the website, get this. If you are a seasoned subscriber, you already have received a renewal notification. And there is a discount. Now, I think that discount ends May 21st, so you might want to turn that around now. If you are not currently a season subscriber, you can become one and buy one, get one 50% off. We have this on the website, BOGO 50, and it will allow you to get one ticket at the regular price and the second one 50% off for that entire wonderful season. And now, the first program is going to be Tony DeSere, and here's Tony with a little video for you. Tony?
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. Hey everybody, this is Tony DeSere. How are all my friends in Terre Haute doing? Well, I'm currently sheltering in place like everyone else right now, and very much looking forward to getting back on the road and re-teaming up with one of my favorite conductors, David Bowden. And we're doing a show all about the piano. I'll have songs like Great Balls of Fire and some Ray Charles, some Billy Joel, some Elton John, and even Rhapsody in Blue. So it's in September, so really, really looking forward to getting out of the house. Hopefully will be before September, but very much looking forward to seeing you. Take care. Follow my daily quarantine diaries that I'm putting out on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. I play a song a day and talk a little bit. But until we meet again, I'll be a little bit more Piano Man. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right. See you in September.
Recently, the Terre Haute Symphony lost one of our own violinists, Martha Niatawa. We'd like to dedicate this next piece to her. Martha passed in her home on April 13th, 2020. She was a member of the Terre Haute Symphony for 36 years and has been a beloved teacher and performer in the Terre Haute area and the Wabash Valley. I'm really excited to introduce our next performers, violinists Toby and Yuri Santos. They actually are members of an award-winning quartet together, the Dior Quartet. They were awarded the bronze medal last year in May 2019 of the prestigious International Fish-Off Chamber Music Competition. So when they agreed to do this duet, I was ecstatic. I was so excited to have them. They will be performing Charles Auguste de Berriot, the Grand Duo Concertant No. 3, the first movement Moderato.
Yuri, Santos, and Toby Elser. Wow.
That was
it's
fantastic.
interesting. During the middle of the number, I got a text from David Bowden, who's watching us live in Florida. And all it said was, "This is fabulous music making, exclamation point, exclamation point."
That's great.
David's never far away.
Yeah.
But that was outstanding.
That was fabulous.
And what a great memorial.
Absolutely. Martha's looking down on us right now, and thank you, Toby and Yuri. She really appreciated that.
Yep. So just an outstanding night. Once again, if you have joined us late and you're not quite sure what we're doing, this is Samantha Johnson-Helms, and she is principal clarinet at Terre Haute Symphony Orchestra, also the personnel manager. But tonight she's my co-host as we bring you live a quarantine concert, if you will, Music in Bloom, a live concert event for the Wabash Valley and beyond. I know that my daughter is watching in Austin, Texas. I know that David is watching down in Florida.
Yep, I've been getting texts from my family and friends sending me pictures of me on the TV screen.
Yeah, so
great.
we know that this is being seen far beyond the boundary of Vigo County and the Wabash Valley, and that's what really makes this neat. Once again, we want to say thanks to the technical crew from the Indiana Sports Network and Wabash Valley Sports. They are accustomed, and like everyone else, they were itching to get out and do something. And, they are normally doing basketball, baseball, football, and for both colleges and high schools here locally. And so we're very fortunate to have them tonight, providing some great pictures, and we certainly do appreciate it.
Yes.
Land was so beautiful when we heard that a few minutes ago on the marimba, but now we've got a second piece.
Yes,
on the
absolutely.
Marimba
So our principal percussionist, Keegan Sheehy, has a second piece for us. The piece that he'll be playing for us is called Choro No. 1, and it's by Augusto Marcelino, who is an Argentinian composer. The interesting bit about this piece is it's actually arranged by Keegan's former teacher at Ithaca College, Gordon Stout, who is a big name in the percussion world. So I was really excited to see that he was going to have a second piece for us. This piece is based on a Brazilian dance form, so we're going to change up the program just a little bit and kind of move into more world music, and we'll have a little bit of jazz later for you.
Okay, so here we go. Take it away, Keegan, once again on the marimba as we are live at Central Presbyterian Church in downtown Terre Haute with Music in Bloom. about that? Now, the one thing that we want to say as Keegan walks away from the marimba, it's not like Sammy, you, or any of the other musicians here tonight can build their own instrument.
No.
But this marimba came in pieces, and not only does he play the life out of it, he built the thing. He put it together here this evening. Took about 45 minutes?
Yeah, probably about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, so you don't see that very often, but that says something about his talents.
Yeah.
Yeah, so engineer, musician. Yeah, so you just don't ask many musicians could you build your instrument as well?
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're almost at the end.
I know, we're to our last piece.
We do want to remind you, though, David went through it a little bit earlier. He went through the 2020-2021 concert schedule. We're going to take a look at that after our final numbers. So
Yes.
once again, we'll remind you. And Sammy, I know there's an awful lot of information at THSO.org concerning both if you'd like to donate, if you'd like to get tickets, and if you want to just take a look at the upcoming concert schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've turned our homepage at www.thso.org into a Music in Bloom hub. So you can, the link to this live stream is on there. We will post this on our YouTube page probably a little bit later in the week, next week or so. We have a full program there, videos of all the sneak peeks. We had 4 sneak peek videos made by some of our musicians, and they share a little bit of additional information about the pieces that they played tonight. There is a link to the donation page as well. So please consider a donation to the Terre Haute Symphony. And then, of course, there's information about our upcoming season for the 2020-2021 season.
Now, we've had several different styles of music presented here this evening.
Yes.
But we're going to go out on a bang, a bit of a high note. Yeah.
Yes, we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to have our principal trombone, Randy Mitchell, play a little bit of jazz for us. And he asked me to set this up for him, so I'd like to set it up for him because I think this is really interesting. So the piece that he's going to be playing is by Sonny Stitt, who was a saxophonist during the bebop era, and this piece is called Bud's Blues. It was written for his pianist, the great Bud Powell, and like many bebop tunes, this is based upon a single melody written over a 12-bar blues. For bebop tunes, the melody, or head in jazz language, wasn't the important part of the performance. Rather, the improvisation that followed the melody was the most important part. He writes, "I call this one my one-man band show. The reason for that is that I will play the melody and improvisation while accompanying myself with a walking bass line.
Okay.
I will play the melody or head twice, improvise over several blues choruses, and then by the end, he'll play the head twice more. For me," he says, "I find improvisation very liberating and yet terrifying at the same time. I may have some ideas ahead of time, but I never know what's going to come out until I actually play. The improviser's mind is going 100 miles an hour when they play. In this case, not only is he thinking about his improvisation, but he's also thinking about where he is in the form so that he gets the proper bass line down that he's using to accompany himself. He calls it a musical challenge." So, without further ado, our final piece for this evening, I present our principal trombonist, Randy Mitchell, with Sonny Stitt's Bud's Blues.
It's hard to believe. Yeah, the amount of talent that we've had the opportunity to see is overwhelming. On a Saturday night here in Terre Haute, in the sanctuary at Central Presbyterian Church in downtown Terre Haute, just across the street from Tilson Auditorium. This has been great. And Sammy, actually, it's been everything that we hoped it would be. When we started talking about this about a month ago, this is what a lot of people, I think, needed to hear these people play.
Yeah, well, and it's not just, our audience, but our musicians. I felt as a musician, I needed to get out and perform and make music. And there's something different to playing a solo, by yourself in your home, front of a camera and then posting it on YouTube. It's different when you're playing live and you're reacting to an audience live, or your fellow musicians, or you're making music with your fellow musicians. And I think this is just what we needed.
As we get ready to say goodbye, if we could go ahead and roll the 2020-2021 season schedule. And it's funny because when I showed you this piece with the schedule, you knew immediately where I took the freeze frame from of David conducting.
Yes.
Yeah. So you knew it was Bolero.
Yes.
But we're taking a look at the schedule, and of course it all begins September the 26th with Tony DeSerre, and we heard from Tony a little bit earlier. And if you love the piano, and you love piano players, and you love people like Billy Joel and the like, that's a concert you don't want to miss.
You do not want to miss. I've had the chance to play with Tony a few times with the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic, and he's phenomenal. I've never met a musician like him. He is just so intuitive. He can sit down at the piano and play anything. And he writes his own pieces, and he does covers of Billy Joel and Elton John, and it's a really fun concert. And he's so down to earth, and the musicians really feel like you're playing a collaborative experience. We're not just accompanying Tony; we're playing with him. So
little like those Beatles concerts.
Absolutely, yeah. So do not miss Tony DeSerre.
Yep. So and you're taking a look at all the schedules coming up, and want to remind you once again, if you already have tickets for the Beatles concert, which has been rescheduled for August, make sure you go to THSO.org and get all the information, because obviously the tickets that you had for that event, which was to be held, May 2nd?
It was April 4th.
April 4th, that's right. I've lost complete track of time. Every day is the same now.
Yep.
But that concert has been rescheduled, and that's fortunate because those guys are constantly on the go. But David and you guys were able to lock them in, and we'll be we'll have the Beatles back in town.
So they're rescheduled for August 29th. So if you've already got tickets for Classical Mystery Tour from April 4th, just keep them.
Yeah.
They will be honored at the door. And if you don't have tickets yet, go online and get some, because they're going to go quick.
Yep. And so in a month after that, that's when Tony comes to town, and the 2020-2021 season gets underway. Well, we want to certainly say thanks to all of you for joining us. I want to say thanks to those of my friends and family members that sent a lot of great feedback and a lot of very kind words about tonight's program. And we certainly hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever your condition, whatever your state of mind, we hope this made it a little bit better. We hope to see you again real soon. Have yourself a great Saturday night and a great Sunday, and keep hoping this thing's going to be over with soon, and we're all going to be back together. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.